When police arrived at the house on Ridgeway Drive, Laura Mitchell, 34, was standing barefoot in the hallway. Her hands were shaking. Her voice cracked as she spoke. Her eyes were red, swollen from crying. She told officers her husband, Daniel Mitchell, was dead. She said she had just found him. She said she had no idea what had happened. But the moment detectives stepped into the bedroom, they knew something was wrong. Because someone in that house was lying, and it wasn't the man lying in the bed. From the outside, the Mitchells' life looked ordinary. They lived in a quiet suburb of Maple Grove, Ohio. A 2-story home, a well-kept lawn, no noise complaints. Daniel, 38, worked as a logistics manager at a regional warehouse. He was punctual, methodical, predictable. Laura worked part-time as a medical billing assistant, often from home. Friends described her as gentle, emotional, and soft-spoken. The kind of person people trusted without hesitation. 2 neighbors, they were the quiet couple. No police visits, no public arguments, no obvious warning signs. But behind closed doors, their marriage was unraveling. Slowly, quietly, deliberately. The 911 call came in at 11:47 p.m. Laura's voice sounded frantic. "Please, my husband. He's not responding. I think he's dead." Her words tumbled over each other. Her breathing sounded uneven, forced. Paramedics were dispatched immediately. When officers arrived minutes later, they found Laura sitting on the living room floor, arms wrapped tightly around her knees. She kept repeating the same sentence. "I don't know what happened. I just found him like this." But the moment they entered the bedroom, the story began to fall apart. Daniel Mitchell was lying in bed. There was no forced entry, no broken locks, no sign of an intruder. The house was unusually clean, almost staged. The medical examiner quickly ruled out natural causes. There were injuries that didn't make sense, bruising inconsistent with an accident, a timeline that didn't match Laura's account. And then detectives noticed something else. Laura cried loudly when first responders arrived, but as evidence was discussed, she grew calm. Too calm. Experienced detectives recognized it immediately. This wasn't grief, it was a performance. At the station, Laura told her story again, nearly word for word. It was too perfect. When detectives asked about exact times when she went to bed, when she last spoke to Daniel, when she checked on him, she hesitated. Her memory suddenly became unclear. Some questions made her emotional instantly. Others made her defensive. That's when investigators shifted their focus. They stopped looking at the body and started looking at her. Detectives pulled phone records. There were deleted messages, calls made late at night, then erased. Internet searches conducted days before Daniel's death. How long until unconsciousness? Does pressure leave marks? Death without signs of struggle. There was also financial strain, credit card debt, a recently denied life insurance increase. The arguments neighbors never heard but text messages revealed. Laura hadn't just reacted to a tragedy, she had prepared for it. During the second interview, detectives laid the evidence out slowly, one detail at a time. The deleted messages, the suspicious browser history, the financial motives. As the room closed in, Laura's behavior changed. Her hands stopped shaking. Her crying stopped completely. Her voice became flat. The final lie didn't collapse in anger. It collapsed in silence. There was no unknown intruder, no accident, no coincidence. Daniel Mitchell hadn't died unexpectedly. He had been killed by the person who called for help. In court, Laura sat quietly, composed, controlled, expressionless. The same woman who cried in front of cameras. The same woman who told friends she was devastated. But now, there was nowhere left to hide. Only evidence, only facts, only the truth. The jury didn't take long to see past the tears and deliver their verdict. She played the victim perfectly, until someone started listening closely. Because in true crime, the person who cries the hardest isn't always the one who's afraid. Sometimes it's the one with the most to lose. Thanks for watching. If you found this story thought-provoking, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content that makes you think.